Hello. Hey, Jim.
Yes, ma'am.
We're live.
Hmm. We're
We're
live.
live
Gotcha.
because I didn't
Thank you.
say last time.
Thank you, ma'am.
No
No
problem.
worries. Appreciate the heads up.
Of course.
All right. So, yeah, we just finished off the last of the howling hyena dogmen, nasty ass gnolls, a couple pack leaders, and even a fang of Yinagu, one of the larger, known to lead the tribal leader, as it was a war leader type of a thing. Gnolls are uncommon, but not unknown. They share traits similar with a lot of your other marauding, rampaging groups, as it were. So, while unusual, not unheard of for gnolls to be around here. But, yep, with the available lighting all scattered through here is kind of reddish, yellowish, brownish fragments of bones. Not a single bone intact in any way, shape, or form. Bits and pieces. Like I said, you can see kind of a femur, the hip joint kind of a little bit intact, but about maybe 4 or 5 inches down, split and splintered away, gnawed at, as if the gnolls worked really hard to get at the marrow and everything in between. Just the flesh stripped by tooth. Down to the gnawed upon fragments of bones laying around, just kind of scattered haphazardly through the area. A large pile in the front area, kind of a midden type of a thing. Anyone got a passive of at least 18 that's active right now?
I mean,
Definitely not me.
Not I.
That would be no.
Let me check. No, neither one of.
Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, neither of y'all did. Okay. But so the cavern that you're in, a large tunnel to the north of where you're at, where the Fang came in and attacked Maristella, about 10 foot. You guys kind of got a little bit up here, a little bit into the bottleneck, as it were, saw a pile of rubble in a narrow opening, and then likewise the area up at the top where you guys clambered up the boulders, a narrow passage, 5, 8, widens into a little bit of a room and then drops off to another ledge and yet another ledge off to the west from there. The main, seems the tunnel here continues and on a slightly downward descent from the room, this area here, and then another ledge above. That's kind of what you guys can see from where you're at. Confident that you've slain all the gnolls, picking at a couple of the bodies, moving them around, typical gnoll fashion. Any bits or scraps of armor that may fit their larger frames are kind of assembled haphazardly. There's no uniform gnoll standard issue armor of any way, pauldrons for kneecaps and things like that of varying sizes and shapes of their patchwork and hide armor. Most of the weapons, none of them really matching, varying in condition and age, from kind of newer, shinier but poorly maintained, down to heavy, blunt but just insanely large, rusted spears and glaives and short swords and the like. Bows range again from kind of a mundane to some really fine crafted longbows amongst them.
Is this debris in the center, is this like hay and wood, or is this like dirt and wood?
Poo.
It's poo. Well,
Do you not remember me saying it smells like a dog park in the middle of right after a rainstorm?
I didn't assume there was a pile of shit in the room. I probably should have. That's my bad.
They're gnolls, baby.
At least they go in one spot.
Before I descend down, I'm going to cast light on myself, removing it from Suchek, and I'm going to kind of peek over this way to see what's down in this direction. This could be very stupid, but I want to look.
Okay.
Wait, where we go off?
Too late. I did it.
Oh, shit! I'm like, Tobin, where are you going? Tobin! Tobin!
I'm gonna check out the
Shit.
forward. Just hold on. And with the light spell cast on me, I'm going to try to see if I can see anything in this room to the bottom here.
Yeah, it's kind of an oddly stomach-shaped room, a passage about 10 to 12 feet, irregularly cut, kind of almost a natural erosion type of a thing, that goes to the north into a little bit of a Y intersection beyond that. The tunnel to your west, large pile of rubble and another pile of mid and another pile of poo and bone fragments and other junk kind of off to the little bit of a south ledge and a descending tunnel. What's your passive?
It's a 14, I believe. Yes.
You hear just a faint tink, 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 almost like just the smallest of ripples or water dripping or just a small trickle of water echoing through the cave to the west.
Okay.
All right, hold on a second. I got a bunch of people raising their fingers. Meanwhile, or even if they're not, I want to give them a chance to do something before you go running off crazy.
Oh, I wasn't.
Does anyone want to do anything else before he goes running off crazy?
I am collecting
ears. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 ears to be found in this area down here. That's gonna take you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna say 2 rounds per 12 seconds. Being very generous per knoll, so that'll occupy you for a good minute and a half.
Yeah.
Obviously, if some shit happens, you could say, "Hey, I'm gonna stop cutting off ears and go help them." But
right.
Is there anything that Anya would like to do?
While he's just cutting up ears, I'm just gonna kind of like stay kind of walking back and forth in this area, just listening down both of these hallways, just to make sure I don't hear anything. Just kind of keeping an ear out.
Give me a perception check real quick
Gonna sneak up
on the southern tunnel, and then we'll do one on the northern tunnel.
Ugh.
Kind of wandering forward.
There we go.
No, just no real sound at all. Just a kind of maybe a whisper. You're not sure if it's the wind moving, but no definitive sounds, no clattering, no scratching, no breathing, nothing. Despite the limited amount of light that you have from there, just kind of relying more on senses. It feels a little bit cooler and a little bit less stinchy of an air coming from the tunnel to the west. But that's the main thing that you would have noticed there.
So just while Suchik is collecting ears, I'm just kind of patrolling a little bit, keeping an eye on everyone.
I'm gonna move up so I can see Toberin, but still have a sight on Suchek and Anya as she's walking back and forth. And
you could see Anya as she passes in front of that crevice a little bit, but yeah, that's about as far as you could go with and keeping sight of everybody.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces of bones scattered here and there, kind of some fungus, some patches of mold and lichens and smaller little mushrooms seem to be growing in this area. Where you see that little greenish looking haze. Your dark vision carries you far enough to see a very narrow, maybe a 6 foot wide passage that seems to drop into a tunnel to the north as well.
Okay, and then
ceiling in here is about 8 to 12 foot, kind of an irregular ceiling above you. Not a flat ceiling, more kind of almost like a crevice that folds down.
Okay.
Triangular type tunnels.
Right here, I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire. Just so like they have some light.
Show me where again?
Right here.
Okay, let's light this pile of poo on fire. Gotcha. All right. So there's 10 and 20. Is it 10 and 10 from the bonfire?
I believe so.
All right. So the room is illuminated, and yeah, for what it's worth. Cool. What are we gonna have Maristella doing, if you don't mind?
Maristella is going to be. I'm going to say that she will be kind of going around and checking the gnolls over, making sure that they are interred into the ground so they can be decomposed correctly, and taking their weapons and amassing them into a pile just in case we want to get rid of them or take them with us. You're probably using druid craft over the bodies to kind of speed grow some lichen on top to speed the decomposition.
Okay, so that'll take her a moderate period of time to do.
Fair.
Dragging each gnoll, or at least laying them down, doing her druid craft, taking the weapons and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say, probably 4 or 5 rounds per gnoll to do it properly. And you've got, 5 in here. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is a process, and we're gonna go ahead and let her begin doing her strange druid work. Okay, so everyone had a chance to do some. What's up, Mr.? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to Toberin just as I pass, and to just them up there and say, do you guys see anything? Like, is there anything new? Any more gnolls up in that way? I don't hear anything from down here.
No gnolls. Here's some. Oh, I'm gonna move back over here as I realize I'm yelling. It's just some water sounds to the back end of the cave towards the west a bit. We might want to go and just take a peek around, make sure they don't have any food they haven't eaten yet, i.e. prisoners, or maybe some. Hopefully they didn't run into those guards here, and we have to go and take the pieces parts back to Oneford. But yeah, so far no threats openly.
Now, yes, mixed in with the midden, the pile of yuck in the middle, there's scraps of leather and cloth and just shredded up. It definitely looks like the gnolls are feeding on humanoids of some sort, and bits and pieces of torn cloth and cast-offs, splintered arrows, just kind of a lot of litter, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the gnolls just dig through their victim stuff, take whatever they need, and cast all the rest of it off to the sides.
If that's the case, and since I have light on me, I'll spend whatever time everybody else is doing what they're doing, kind of searching around to see if there's any sign of anything left over from the guards, anything to do with the militia in Hardby, or not Hardby, but Oneford.
Mm-hmm. Well, as a reminder, the Oneford militia is technically part of the Gynarchy of Hardby.
Okay.
So most of the guards that were walking around, the few that you saw had a tabard, kind of a dark brown or a black tabard interposed on it. Was a small, some of them larger, some of them smaller crest. There was simply a white on blue, left to right, with a looked like a red flower, a red rose. Here, hold on a second. I think if we have the map up, do I have the world? Give me a second here.
No worries.
We can get to the area. We'll do the share because I think... Oh, it barely got cut off there, but let me get to the other one. I'll try to share this one. It's a little bit big, but if it loads in for you, you can see kind of the blue and the white with the red flowering there. Yeah, it didn't load very well, sorry.
No worries.
The downside of the badass maps is
they big
400 kilobytes. Yeah,
they fat bitches.
Bad enough. Yeah, but so you guys would be able to associate that symbol with the town of Hardby, as whereas the large black crest with the white castle and the coins underneath that represent most of the Greyhawk troops.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that being said, go ahead and give me an investigation check if you don't mind. And we're going to turn that map off for now. And get back to Knoll Cave. If you're looking specifically amongst all the debris and scatterings of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. There's nothing intact. Again, it just looks like the gnolls, when getting their victims, just tore and rent their clothing and tore their armor off and just went to work on them. But there are some scraps of color mixed in the clothing here and there. It wouldn't surprise you if one or two of the victims, if not lots of them, were members of guard, the local guard force.
You'd said that there was some finer bows that were in the the armament of the gnolls.
Yes, amongst some newer looking weapons, and some a pretty nice longbow, kind of not functionally different than another longbow, but has a real nice kind of a double wood grain laminate to it. Looks like someone, a hand-me-down or a handcrafted, custom crafted bow.
If I think it's either equal to or better than what Pergolor has, I'll grab it. Only because I spent a good amount of the last journey over here behind him, so I probably would have stared at it a bit as I'm walking.
Yeah, again, mechanically no different, but
Okay.
a much nicer quality. I guess if we were playing 3E, we would call it a mastercraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will definitely pick up that and hold on to it for him when he's done with his tsetse fever.
You guys went out there, and yeah, there was a couple small little flies crawling along him, and instantly everyone's like, check him for holes. Did something start crawling out of him? Okay, maybe this is a different kind of bug that bit his ass, I hope. But he's got, you could tell he's got kind of that reddish, and a couple little hives and bumps here and there on his forearms and his wrists where the bugs got in, and he just couldn't help himself but to scratch. Obviously, he fell asleep scratching, but he is dead to the world. Almost as if some African tsetse sleepy fly sickness has took him over or some shit like that.
Amazing how that happens like that. It's a shame.
Multiversal infection of sleeping flies.
With the rest of whatever else is doing, I'm going to go ahead and cast my last two spell slots. Cure Wounds, one on me and one on Maristella.
Okay. Rylan, is there anything you would like to do amongst all of Tobrin's searching? He looked down the hallway, kind of mentioned he thinks there's some running water, kind of dug around. I don't know that he got on his hands and knees and dug through all the scraps, this and that, probably, kind of turning him over with the end
stick.
of the new longbow that he had just picked up,
I'll use my mace.
Some stuff. Okay. You're low enough to the ground, it's probably easy for you to kind of do the stir the fodder with the stick thing. What would you like to do, Rylan?
I'm just kind of listening out because everybody else is kind of preoccupied. We need one person to kind of pay attention to the surroundings. So I'm just listening for any more yips or scratches or scuffling that could indicate, there's more gnolls in the area.
So give me a perception check, and I'm going to call it disadvantage because there's one person dragging gnoll bodies, piling up weapons. There's a lot going on. Okay, that would be echoing, but with most of that going by, give it to me flat, because we're going to go ahead and move you to the edge here a little bit more to kind of, so you could put the ambient noise to the back of you and focus a little bit more on the other tunnels.
All right. Here's that.
Ambient noise sucks, man. You wish them fools would be quieter back there. Hopefully nothing's trying to sneak up on you, because if it did, damn, you don't know that you would hear it over all the, ooh, look at this sword. Ooh, it's all rusty. Oh my God, you just stepped in it. That would go on with all of the crazy shit that's going on in the other room. Suchek trimming ears, a bonfire burning near a pile of poo. Anya trying to patrol amongst that. Maristella insisting on going through a ritual of preparation and decomposition for all of the... There's a lot of shit going on in the back room. It wouldn't surprise you if there's 15 fucking fully armed orcs coming up to the tunnel and you'd never hear them. Not saying there are.
I'm just kind of like looking back like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing, and I'm just going to move back about 10 feet and be like, well, good luck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just keep doing my patrolling and listening down in these rooms while they gather ears and take care of the bodies. Just kind of looking around. Yeah, I think we should at least do one lap or try to get as much of this place figured out just in case, because I think this goes farther back than we think. And I don't want to leave anything to chance. Is everyone okay to keep going?
Well, yeah, but I'm kind of tapped for. I have the ointment that Bagba gave us, so I still have a little bit of healing. but I don't have any more magic left except for just the basic stuff that I can do.
Well, we can search what we can right now and then come back tomorrow if we want to feel like we
Well,
didn't clear them all out.
I don't want to come back in here. Let's just get it done now. I mean, everybody else looks fine. Yeah, you look fine.
Yeah. Hanging in there. Just a couple scrapes.
Mm-hmm.
Patched me up pretty nice during that fight. Thank you for that.
Rylan, you think we're clear to move?
I mean, I don't hear anything, but you guys, so maybe.
Let's check it out.
Suchek, are you ready to
I'm not
move?
going.
Did you get all your
I
ears?
take no responsibility because y'all are some loud bitches, but I don't think there's anything up there.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Suchek, did you get your ears?
Yes.
We ready to press
I'm
on?
Press on.
It has been about 5 minutes, we'll say,
Mhm.
as to preparing all the bodies and getting all the ears, and there's probably a couple of Suchek going back for a set of ears off of a body that Maristella had already prepared, and well, hold on a second, stop it! I just literally put what the hell? Okay, never mind.
Cutting
It
off
takes
the
them a
ears
minute or
versus
two to
doing
kind of
the thing.
figure out their little system of piling, get ears, then. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
the
imagine
ear
it's probably a
collector
little
has
harder
been-
to do in the dark.
It's smoky, it's stonky, and here it is not pleasant.
Mhm.
But over a few minutes, you kind of get a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more at ease, as if there was anything coming, it would have come a long time ago, and if it wasn't coming, it probably ran. So I think we all right.
As we get ready to move out, I'm
I'm
gonna
fit
look.
to further the hunt.
So I have a question.
Yeah, I'll move up.
Anya and Suchek, the light is always available, and I can bestow it upon either one of you at any time, but only one of you. Is there a preference on which one would like to be lit up? Because it also provides a problem where if you can see them, they can see you, especially from farther away.
This is the magic of your faith.
Yes, it is magic of, well, a lot of faiths, but this one's mine. Yandala,
And the choice.
This is my faith. There are many faiths like it,
but this one is mine.
This one is special.
The choice is not mine.
Okay. Anya, do you have a preference? Whichever one of you is more hardy probably could take a hit or two. That might be smarter, but we do need you all to see, and you guys are usually within a couple feet of each other, so it's not really too important as to, except for defensively.
What I was gonna say, I'm usually pretty close to the big guy, so if you cast it on Suchek, then I should typically be able to see if I'm close by to the one he's fighting. So I think he's a good bet. If you don't mind being lit up, I mean, it didn't.
I will not dishonor your blessing.
I will reach my hand out and I'll touch him on as high up on his side as I can, probably right around mid torso, and cast light on him again and remove it from myself.
like magic belt buckle height.
Yeah, probably.
He's gonna be like Data straight out of freaking Goonies. He's gonna open up his shit and light going out of his belt.
What was it? Not the Pinchers of Peril. It was Bully Blinders. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Goonies, man. Damn. I'm an old dude. Sorry.
Me too. It's okay.
Okay, so Suchek
Goonies.
has been illuminated, and this will be we'll assume, unless there's been an extended period of time, we'll remind each other if you're setting this up as procedure. Just remember, hey, I'm doing my light thing, and we'll make sure it goes on there. I don't need it to be a rigmarole as long as you're remembering to do it.
Yes,
and
sir.
guys, remember, light is linear. It's not fireball. It's not cloud kill. It doesn't go around corners. And as Cloud pointed out, they can see it a lot farther. They can see you coming from a lot farther than you can see them within your radius of light. All that being established, what's the plan then, Stans? This somewhat windy cave system that's been inhabited by the gnolls and let's face it, other things have probably called this home over the years. You're kind of like, man, if I was a bad guy, I'd totally set up my fucking bad guy lair here.
Hell yeah.
You know,
So, Suchek,
if it wasn't so close to town, it probably would survive and be as a good bad guy lair.
Suchek, I heard some water to the southwest. I feel like you're probably the most proficient in wet environments. If you want to head down that way, we can at least get started at that big a place to start.
This will be so. Start heading off in that direction.
Double checking the Barb's the one doing the investigation or moving forward to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's going down
Then
that
he
way.
will have pass without a trace put on him.
Oh, let's go.
So your poison and your slows should be gone from, because that was just the encounter, and the encounter's over.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be good to go.
Okay. Then plus 10 to stealth if needed.
Jim says subversively, hoping Grim casts it again.
I'll turn to Rylan and go, oh, I think they're going that way. The light disappeared around the corner. Shit.
I'm gonna just grab Anya's hand, put it on my shoulder, just walk next to me, and we'll start to follow.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
the same
thank
with
you, thank you. And then
Maristella. Yeah.
when I can finally see again with the brown suit chick, I'm like, oh, there we go. Light.
So lead the way, sir.
We're moving forward.
Large skeleton, or remains of what was probably a pretty large skeleton, to the room to the south, to the left. As you can't necessarily see it. Yeah, you got the light. Everyone can see it as they're getting there. Hold on, let me approve some stuff. Suchek,
right.
it looks like it was probably who knows at this point. The Knoll certainly went through it. It doesn't look as badly damaged as most of the other ones, as they found the bones were probably brittle and nothing in them other than just to stomp up and down on them. But you can, at this point, you can hear the trickle, and I would dare say from your light, see a little bit of a reflection as the narrow tunnel still seems to be descending at a probably, I guess that would be about a 10%, 15% gradient. But you can see a little shimmer of water ahead of you. Very, sorry.
As he goes by the bones, probably somewhere in there, Hector the frog shows up again. Who really likes top hats for Jade, and he sees him and decides to talk to him about top hats.
So, looking at the bones briefly, oh man, that was probably a pretty cool skeleton before the Knolls jacked with them. Something kind of a little bit reflective to Jay and only to Suchek. Kind of scurries across at you. Little bitty fellow, man. Kind of got the yellow and black markings of like a poison dart guy, but you notice he's got a even smaller, perfectly balanced little top hat, and he just seems to just hops on your tail right up on your shoulder. Yeah, you know you would look good with the top hat.
How are you speaking?
Oh. Cool thing about top hat, as you notice his little tiny little limb points, it doesn't block our ear holes.
I have no need.
Everyone has need for a top hat.
Oh my god.
You shall
Are you
accompany
okay,
me.
Lexi? Great. So the two of you continue moving down. You guys notice Suchek stops for a second, you know, kind of looking almost like we all got the dog that, you know, kind of can't figure out which way his tail went for a second.
Yep.
At least that's what he looked like to y'all. He was responding to the frog kind of hopping up the back of his tail, up his spine. But it looked like he was like, where'd my fucking tail go? And then stops and seems to stare down at his shoulder for just maybe 10 or 15 seconds motionless. You know, he almost crouches into like battle ready position, and he just kind of shrugs and continues forward.
I just kind of shrug off the weird shit that's been happening.
Fuckery's afoot, guys. I know that look.
When is it not?
I don't know.
What kind of hat do you normally wear?
I do not wear a hat.
You should. You know what kind?
I do not.
Top.
Would hat of top provide strategic advantage in combat?
Pre-warning if anything falls on you.
I will look into this further. You will enlighten me with more information about hats up top.
I would say okay, now above the table, out of character in regards to the cards.
Mm.
If one of our previous characters was infected by the same thing, would they be aware of current character experiencing certain thing?
They would probably.
As in, because Tobrin had a nice long conversation for quite a while, repeatedly, with a frog with top hats, would Tobrin be the least bit suspicious as you see Suchek kind of is their behavior? I'm curious.
I would. Go ahead, Mandy.
Yeah, it all depends on how some of the DMs make it so whatever happens to the players is invisible. So then, in the end, all the players end up being crazy and thinking that everybody else is insane themselves. Or you could play with an inclusive world where everybody sees it, so they end up starting to almost recognize these conditions happening, which I think is funny. I don't think it's a bad play on it at all.
So I'm going to, if it's up to me to rule that, unless the card says that everyone else is aware of it, if it's directed to a single player, that player is the only one aware of the presence. But I think their behavior is recognizable to everyone. He's not like phasing out to have this conversation. He's having this conversation in front of y'all. Mm-hmm. So by proxy, how you guys want to play that as characters is completely up to y'all. But I think if the same person saw the same frog over and over again, you're like, dude, frog? Frog.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna, hat of top. Do you mean top hats? Do you see the frog?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wherever you are, I'm still intending on getting one as tall as it can be. And Suchek.
Are you speaking loudly? I am in front of you.
I'm talking to the frog, wherever he is, wherever he may be. I'm really excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this because I'm not insane.
All of a sudden, he's like, I'm not fucking crazy. Holy cow.
The wall behind me, I just kind of like lean back against it and just watch this. I'm like watching them. I'm like, God, why do we keep talking why are they talking about a frog and top hats? What is going on?
Yeah, I was thinking, Suchek, and to the frog, I don't mean to be rude. You probably shouldn't wear those in public spaces, like in a theater, because it would probably like break the view of them. But think about how stately you'd look in a
nonsense.
You
hear the frog say to your head.
I don't hear that.
No, you don't hear that. Suchek hears.
Because I mean,
hat.
You don't want to
poses important. They will know when they sit behind you to expect.
I think you look amazing, Suchek. We'll both get top hats when we go back to town.
So the cavern you guys are in is about 45, 50 feet wide, kind of low. A lot of mold and lichens kind of built up in the far corners. Think of it kind of like an eye-shaped cavern, or cave, if you will. The ceiling itself is not very tall, pretty sturdy rock. Running in the middle of it, however, there are some stalactite, stalagmite, lower growths. A good 15-foot wide stream, just kind of slowly trickling. As you get a little bit closer to it with the light, it's maybe inches deep, except for the middle channel, which is about a foot and a half wide. Probably goes about a foot and a half deep as well, just a normal channel. It kind of seems like maybe you're pretty quickly, if your ranger was here, and certainly your druid would know, probably a little bit more swollen with the spring runoff as we're at the 1st of May, but normally it's probably running through this. It's just a trickle, but during the rainy seasons, this cavern is probably running pretty well with water in the subterranean areas. But yes, the tunnel, as it were, seems to descend to the south. Just a very gentle, slightly terraced flow to the tunnel. Not enough. I mean, just enough to cause a little bit of ripples, a little bit of splooshes of the shallow layer of stream of water running south. To the north, the height of the tunnels ranges between 3 foot on its edges and 8 foot to 10 foot tall, about as far as your eyes can see with both dark vision and the light sources. And likewise to the south, it continues, although it seems to narrow down to about 30 feet with the water kind of lapping at the edges of the tunnel on its descent. Tracks and muck prints and all that kind of stuff, another pile of garbage and other things. Looks like the gnolls or the whoever might be residing in this cavern at this cave system at the time has access to some water here, and there are some cast off fragments of bones and bits of cloth and other things kind of thrown about in the tunnel.
We should maybe do a quick search of this place and see if there's any signs of anything from Oneford, and then make sure there's no creepy crawlies lying around that are going to ambush us. Let's see. You can see in the dark, Rylan, but the rest of us can't. So maybe we should split up. I'll go with Rylan, and the rest of you can go with Suchek, and we can kind of just take the south, take the north, and quickly do a quick scan of this room, and then move on to the next one.
Sounds good to me. Let's clear this place out.
Okay, so the northern group, who's that? Go ahead and move yourselves according to where you want to go.
Oh, I gotta deselect. I gotta deselect her. Nope. There.
Gosh dang it. I'm trying to grab my token. I was too zoomed out.
Sorry, I always leave the damn ping on when I use it. Boop, boop.
I'm gonna put myself in a square.
Okay, light.
And just to be fair, I can't see, but I know Rylan can.
I'm gonna have my hand like on his shoulders, kind of guiding him.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Suchek, Anya, and Maristella see the tunnel continues off to the northwest, again into the darkness. The ceiling seems to get a little bit lower, and it kind of narrows down a little bit, probably about a 3 foot, 3.5 foot tall ceiling, narrowing down to about 25 foot. It looks like that's basically the measurement at the extent of both dark vision and light. However, due north of you is about a 12, 15 foot tall tunnel, slight upward slant to it that kind of goes up and around into the corner, seemingly back towards the main cave system. This area is also littered with bits and pieces of bones and scraps of leather and little O-rings and small bits of chainmail, this and that. But you do see kind of very, very soiled, very chewed up, but most of what would be kind of the central emblem that would represent a Hardby uniform, kind of mixed in the garbage to the area up here. Meanwhile, what's going on down here?
So we're gonna keep moving here. I'm gonna check out the bones first, and then after we do that, I'll guide him more south.
Okay. So the bones are a mix of bone fragments, cracked, torn up, ragged pieces of leather, lots of mucus and muck and fungus kind of, combined with just the debris. Probably a lot of the runoff pushes some stuff into these corners. Pretty quickly, you're not really able to give me an investigation check.
Right.
He a pokiness.
I don't roll because I can't see.
Yeah, you're like he just kind of keeps putting his hand back there and trying to feel where you are, and he keeps getting in the face and the ear, and right in the mouth. One time, like, dude, just I haven't moved. Stop it.
Holding onto his robe.
Yeah, pulling on his. I'll slap you every 10 seconds. If you don't feel me slap you, I moved. But digging around in the debris, you find kind of like a half a belt. The buckle's kind of twisted off, but there still seems to be a kind of a leather pouch sitting on there as you're the dude digging through the stuff. But open it up a little bit. There's a few coins in there. 2 gold, 11 silver, and 17 copper.
Okay, and then I'll take that pouch and hand it to Tobrin. I'll be like, "Here, I know you've been using your stuff."
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll tell him what's in it.
Is it an
And I'll,
ear?
like, place it in his hand so he doesn't have to like.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
I'm gonna place the pouch in his hand so he doesn't have to like go searching for it and maybe like poke me. Like, here.
Okay.
so you said.
Cloud
For
has
brevity's
been
sake, you
inspired.
go ahead.
Oh,
Cloud has been inspired.
I'm full. I'm gonna give it to Anya.
Okay.
I'll mark it.
Thank you.
And you said how much copper was that? I was just writing it down so I have it in my
17, I think you said.
17 silver.
No. 11 silver.
2 gold, 11 silver, 17 copper.
Got it.
It's in my inventory. It's mine.
Perfect.
Copper spend easy
Well,
at the bar, yo.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't got none of it.
For my own.
Mm-hmm.
Easy
I'd
come,
like a
easy go
beer.
with the copper.
That'll be 5 copper. Here's the gold. Motherfucker.
I'm gonna reach down my hand and try to find some stones, and I'm gonna start filling up the bag with stones after I put the coins in my coin purse.
Give me investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah, you're crawling around on your hands and knees. A couple times you feel sploosh into the water. Oh, damn it, you get up. But roll me a d6.
All right.
You find 3 that aren't, it's like you feel one that feels like it's a perfect one, but it's attached to a lot more rock.
Yep.
A couple times like that. But yeah, you're able to get 3 pretty good sized stones for your buddy while
Works
for Maristella while you're while Rylan is digging through the muck. So anywho, I see a move to approve up here.
And when I'm done digging, I'm just gonna press the digitation in my hands because like I don't want that on me.
Okay.
If
That really silty, mossy kind of mud,
where it's all like sticky and sticks to you.
Yeah. Just ugh.
To moving up here to where I saw the pommel, like a part of the armor. Is there, looking in the area, is there any other sign of like?
It was a larger piece of
where
cloth
more
from the
are?
tabard.
Yeah. Like
You know.
it kind of in that direction. Like, is there like a path like leading? Like, is there any more scraps or anything like on the ground?
Yeah, there's
kind of picking it up as they
a
go.
yeah, with the light that's being cast off of Suchek, there's plenty of visible large dog prints and trails of muck and other stuff kind of along the cavern floor back into here.
Well, I'll pick up the one piece at least for now, so we have that. If it looks, does the blood seem fresher on it? If I should ask, because they weren't gone for a couple days.
Give me a medicine check.
That's not me. Oh,
I know,
no.
and that's why you're getting to do it.
Yep.
You're asking a medicine type question. As someone who may not know much about medicine but knows how a bitch bleeds, I don't know medicine, but I do know blood on cloth. And this is definitely not super old. It's still kind of got a reddish. It hasn't faded into that pink brown looking stuff.
Okay. All right. I'll make a note of that. And shit. Well, hopefully this isn't one of our guard friends. And pack it and kind of like look back. Can't see them because I can't see past where the light ends. And I'm like, oh fuck, where'd they go?
What?
Should we keep going or should we wait for them?
Yeah, no kidding. They're down
We
there
press forward.
completely in the You could probably hear a little bit of shuffling echoing through, mixing in with the
Splash.
sounds of the
Shit.
little bit of creak.
Splash. Damn it.
But you can't see them.
Splash. Crap.
Splash. Yeah.
My mom's
I
going
need
to be
socks.
pissed. My robes are a mess. Who wears white robes in a cave?
Aw, now my socks are wet.
That's the worst part about it. Damn it, my socks. I just take off my shoes and go barefoot now. Fuck it.
Riley, do
Okay,
we want to
so-
keep going down or want to catch up with everybody else? I can't quite see what else is around here, but
Right around the corner when the cavern narrows down, you notice a ledge sitting about this was probably about 12 foot above ground. About maybe kind of one of those crevice-like triangular tunnels similar to the ones that the gnolls were using to go back and forth in the central part of the cavern system. It sits about 12 foot above the ground, seeming to heading back into the east from where you're at right now. Kind of right there. You can see that from where you're at, and then the tunnel again kind of shrinks both on height and diameter as it continues downhill.
Well, there's another little tunnel coming up. I don't know what's in it. I'm not sure how far you want to get from the others, because if it's just you and me and they rush us, yeah, it's not going to be a good time.
yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get let's get back, and we can always remember that there's another. You said there's a side cave here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going back towards the beginning, but I can't see that far. So.
No, that's fine. We'll just mark that down that there's another cave down here, and then we'll head up to the north, the rest of them, and we don't want to get too far away. You're right. If they rush us, I mean, I already have dirt. I don't want blood on my robes too.
I'm gonna about face them and just start like doing almost like the toddler walk where you have the two hands on the shoulder.
Why do you get your hands off me? Oh yes, okay, got it. Thank you. I'm gonna move my 25.
And you guys can actually see your light ahead in the tunnel disappearing around the corner. As you guys go to catch
Gosh
up
dang
with
it, trying
you
to
two
grab
checking the
my
group.
token. Having a problem.
As if the source of light is running from you, running down the tunnel, just out of reach. As poor little Tobrin gets into a panic with a set of hands pushing him forward into darkness, and the light just constantly bobbing ahead of him out of distance.
Always in sight, but always out of grasp.
See anything else in here, Suchek? Anything interesting? Any more possible dead guard bodies?
Maybe did indeed.
Come in and examine this room.
Okay. So small cavern to the north, cave continues to north. A couple of you guys realize that you've seen this room just from the other side of it, from the eastern side, pretty quickly. Like, oh, okay, wait a minute. I recognize it, the orientation is a little bit different, but yes, the stomach shaped room, a pile of midden, a pile of yuck in the southern corner there. You do notice a helmet. Just kind of one of those the little cap with the nosy type things, you know, not a high-end helmet, the standard equipment for the guards. This one has been pretty much caved in and bashed in pretty badly. It looks like if the person was wearing it when that happened, they probably ain't pretty happy. You're kind of hoping against hope that they mushed on the helmet after it came off the person's head, but well, that's kind of the only real object of note, mixed in with more bone fragments, torn up cloth, and scrap leather, and coil of rope, a couple other things mixed into the yuck.
Okay, I will pick up the helmet, and if I don't see any other pieces that kind of look like they go with the halberd or any other guard stuff in this pile, I'll just grab that and have that with the other piece that I have, and then keep following Suchek if I don't see anything else in this pile of yuck.
Okay. Give me an
if I don't
investigation
see
check real
anything
quick.
Maristella will reach out and touch her and cast guidance.
Ooh.
Dad, touch me.
And you have the light source as your friend,
Mm-hmm.
so don't forget
Perfect.
your
I'm gonna
guidance.
My little D4. That's cool guidance.
Okay. There's a boot Kind of throws you off because there's still some yuck in the bottom of the boot, like it was ripped off in haste, and a part of the person's leg went with it in the
Oh,
feeding
God.
frenzy. But on the
Hmm.
inside of the boot, there is a dagger.
Ooh.
Kind of one of those. I mean, definitely one of those in the boot defensive stiletto, but it is made of silver.
I kind of palm it and look at it. I'm like, oh, it's actually not bad.
Yeah,
I'll hold on to
exactly.
it, and
A good, nice little boot, nice
But
stabby thingy.
but I keep the I grab the boot and I like look inside of it. And I'm like, ugh. Hold on to it and and I kind of look at Suchek and be like, do you want to hold the weird half foot?
I have no need.
Oh, okay. I'll tuck it under my arm.
We'll just say at this point, for shits and grins, that the two of you come around the corner, get caught up with them pretty quickly, and you
As
notice
I'm-
that Anya's got like this body part collection going on. She's got a boot and a busted helmet, and kind of like just holds a messed up piece of flesh and bone towards Suchek.
We're
Suchek
building a
waves it off.
man.
She kind of shrugs and tucks it back into her boot, and
It's build a guard.
oh God. In
uh,
case I want to do flesh golems later, shut up, don't judge me.
Rylan, does she have pieces of a person in her hands? They can't be it, can it?
Oh, I don't think he can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Jazzy.
It's okay.
Sorry, I had to answer a work thing.
No worries. I'm just, I think we caught up, but I think that Anya, she has pieces. Let's catch up. Let's get over there and see what they're doing.
As I'm like tucking the gross boot under my thing, I'm like, oh, hey, they caught up.
Wait, and as he enters into the light, I'm going to look at him. Why are you a filthy mess? As I look down and my robes are covered in grossness.
Yuck and muck and
Nothing.
sweat and
I'm gonna start
Not doing
cleaning them up.
anything.
I because I'm feeling malicious and he's a tiny ass little halfling who's crawling around in the dirt trying to find rocks in a cave. I'm gonna charge you fucking 8 rounds worth of prestos on this cat.
I'll just look at him keep pointing at him like, ugh. Yeah, no.
8 rounds later.
There's a spot there.
Well,
and-
actually, I'd probably say 16. Yeah, at a certain point, you're like, I gotta do myself. Just shut up.
and don't forget that this is my the breachers, because under the robe, I don't know how to get under my robe.
I'm gonna clean him up just enough to where he's just travel dirty, not crawling around the mud dirty.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be like, all right, listen, we can fix this later. I don't want to keep doing this in here.
Oh, no, that's fair. Thank you very much.
As you notice, there's been a line of people that have formed for your cleaning service. I'm kidding.
That'll be one
So the
copper per round, I guess.
So the small ledge to the south by east southeast. Again, a couple. I would say definitely Rylan, Anya, and Tobrin. All of you guys were actually up there at some point or another in our escapades. So you recognize the room, and you know that from here is a tunnel that leads a little bit to the north.
Okay, so
But
we've
this area.
kind of gone full circle here. That's good. We were standing right there on that ledge. So what's up there? And I'll point to the north.
Well, hopefully not more. Yeah, I don't think our guard friends had a good time. At least one of them, maybe
You mean
more of them.
Our guard for oh God, is that them? Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
I think it's parts of them. I figured they would at least
Oh,
want some confirmation.
Most likely suffered greatly.
Yeah.
Judging on the dent in this helmet and the foot still in this boot,
Wait,
I'm gonna have to say you're
hold
probably
on.
correct.
Was that adoration you said that with? Suchek?
No.
Oh, good. Oh man. Well, I can't use this scroll unless we have all the pieces. So, well, maybe not even then. I've never cast this spell before. Would I know
He has
anything
been
about
collecting
Raised Dead?
insight.
That like I need the whole body intact for Raised Dead.
What'd you say?
I said,
Would you know that?
would I know anything about the spell, the scroll of Raised Dead, that I would need the whole body intact to raise it?
Is there a
Yeah,
step-by-step
I mean, you're just a.
instruction,
I
like,
mean,
step
that's
one,
like.
find all body parts?
I mean, yeah, you may not ever have to do it, but it would definitely be something as a cleric. You would know the that's like fucking catechism for a cleric, man.
Fair enough. I'll go with
know
it.
what all of your. Yeah,
Like
so
you said,
I'm
build a
100%
guard.
you'd be aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So unless you can raise dead from a foot.
Oh, that's a whole different
These guys
spell.
are-
That's that might be reincarnation or resurrection. I don't think I have either one of those. No, nowhere near
Well-
that, and we don't have 1,000 gold either.
Well,
Or that's 10,000. That's a lot of. It's a lot more gold than we have of diamonds.
well, maybe
bring
we'll
the foot
find
back.
a more.
Why would you want a living foot?
It
I
would not
didn't
be
say
very
you
useful.
could. I don't want to see that at all.
You can make an ass kicking monster out of a living foot. Don't forget I said that. Forget I said that. We're not doing that.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and find a more intact body. But judging by how these gnolls eat, I don't think that's gonna. Let's just keep looking. Maybe we'll get.
That's a
lucky.
good idea. Let's just keep going. Oh my goodness.
And
I took the.
Tobran, with that scroll, before you use it, if you have to, I'd like to look at it and just kind of study it. I'm not gonna be able to do it right now or ever, but I'd like to write down the steps that it has on there and everything you need.
Or ever.
Right now or ever.
Rylan, while I appreciate your
I don't know if
arcane,
I'm gonna be able to. I'm just
well,
it-
you
it's
can't.
magic and I like
It's not for those who aren't of the devout faith who gave me this, and I would
Mhm.
honestly not feel comfortable giving it to you if the priestess, what's her name?
I don't mean to keep it.
Yeah,
I don't mean to keep it. I just want to study it. I'll give it right back
that's.
after I'm done.
We'll talk after we're out of here. Okay. And I'm going to very quickly move up behind Suchek. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll definitely when we get out. Mm-hmm.
So
Awkwardly
Suchek,
backing
as you.
away. He's like, yeah, sure, buddy.
Oh, I think okay. So Suchek, as you move in, being of the lizard folky variety, and also similar to gnolls, aside from the fact that you use every part of the body rather than cast it off and waste it, they do. You smell what seems to be a little bit more ripe, a little bit more intact flesh, intact carrion to the room to your left. As you kind of glance into it, there's and man, it's not pretty in here. Abattoir type of a thing comes to mind. Gore and blood splashed and smeared along all of the walls, and pools of drying and dried blood and gore mixed in with bits and pieces of bones everywhere throughout the room. The first thing that you kind of catches your mind or catches your eye is right about here is a large. Probably about 3.5 foot, just basically like the size of a potato sack, stained with blood, stained with circles and dark spots of blood and other gore on the bag itself, and there's another one sitting next to it, same size but doesn't seem nearly as filled. Oh, let me get some approvals on moves here. Sorry, guys.
Head on in.
Ding, 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 ding. So yeah, you head on in. What the gnolls didn't seem to carry with them or discard also seems piled up into this room. A couple intact shields, a handful of javelins, another light crossbow, a pile of bolts, a couple packs. The backpacks themselves are still intact, but the interior, the contents just strewn and torn up throughout the room. So yes, Anya, as you come in, you kind of, as everyone approaches, you just kind of get to the same kind of a ew, this is gross kind of a thing going on. A large pile of crushed up bones and other things seem to have been woven into a little bit of a sleeping pallet, roughly there.
I'll walk over to the. You said it was like just a bloody bag, like a potato sack.
Yeah.
Ah, yum. Okay, I'll walk over to that. I mean, I've already got a bloody boot in my hand, and I'll kind of.
So you put your bloody boot with the half of whatever lower limb is still left in it down, and you pick it up. You're not sure what to expect. It moves, even though it's bulging, it moves a little bit lighter than what you're expecting, and kind of a clickety clackety sound, and you're like, is this what I think it is? And you kind of just open the top up, and yeah, there's just several skulls. Some of them cracked, some of them caved in, but all of them mostly intact. Stripped of flesh in most places, gnaw marks on them, but compared to the rest of the bones, and you guys, you're looking in this bag, you realize, you know what? We hadn't seen a single fucking skull the whole time we've been in here. Bones everywhere, shattered and smashed, but this one bag seems to have all of the intact skulls in them.
At least
Like with the faces on?
No, most of the strips of flesh here and there, eyes gone, most of the nose chewed away, revealing the nasal cavity. Just off of first glance, I'm assuming that Anya didn't sit down and empty out the bag and start looking at them, or did you?
No, I just kind of like open it and then kind of like close it like halfway and just kind of like, well, the Knolls had a hobby, collecting skulls. Oh God, yeah, that bag is I mean, we could take it with us, but I don't. Suchek, do you want a skull for a souvenir?
You can't keep human skulls. That's not what. We can't do that.
It's fair.
We should bring it out, though. They can't leave it here. They should be put to rest properly.
Okay. Just add the bag of skulls to my.
You're doing a great job.
Okay.
I'm just. Okay.
So your monk, she who, okay, cool.
I have a bag of skulls slung over my shoulder. I've got like pieces of clothing and a helmet and a boot in my arms, and I'm like, it's fine.
You should just put them all in the same bag.
Okay.
What is there?
It would be a tight squeeze, but there was the other bag next to it that was half filled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove everything in another bag, pick them all up.
So there's another couple skulls sitting in the bottom of that one. Those ones look a little bit fresher. So you got one full potato sack that's got like 11 skulls in it, and you got a quarter of one that's got 3 skulls in it that you put the boot and the helmet and the other shit in. So you're like double rucksacking bags of carnage through the.
You're like the most fucked up looking Santa Claus ever.
I'm all bloody from getting in the fight, and I've got 2 fucking bloody bags over my shoulder. I'm like, let's do this, guys. Is there no more guard pieces in this room, or is it just the rucksack and kind of just pieces again?
Other scraps of cloth as you guys are clothing as you guys are kind of looking around. A few more if you do the puzzle piece, torn emblems of the Hardby militia scattered amongst the cloth. Those are maybe 3, maybe 4 instances that you're able to identify separate emblems. A couple of them look really, really, really worn and a little bit older than a couple of the other ones, but suffice to say, you would probably be, unfortunately, safe in assuming that the guards may have met their end in this cavern. But you got some skulls. Who knows, man?
You.
Yeah.
All right.
14 total.
Well, check the last of the couple rooms, but I think this place is pretty much cleared out, and I don't think our friends, or the ones we were looking for, made it.
Well, maybe I could ask one of them when we get out of here.
Okay, but continuing through, I don't think. Yeah, once we get through this last little notch, you guys have been through the entirety of the cave system, barring. I love you. Barring this area down here along the southern front, and if you don't want to worry about going through there, you don't have to. The caves have been checked and cleared. The null threat has been dealt with, and some evidence of the missing guard patrol has been found. You know, you could head back to town forthwith and let the guard captain know of the fate that befell his troops, or you kind of in the back of your minds go, well, the poor farmers out there with fucking the wasps of unusual size. I wonder if we should go deal with that before we head back to town, or if this is kind of as your monk has got clinging bags of skulls over each shoulder, if that's maybe a little bit more important for us to deal with. I don't know. But suffice to say that the cave system has been basically explored.
As we get out of the cave, I will take my time, however long it takes, to cast Spare the Dying on each of the heads to kind of keep them intact as close as it works. The ones that have enough to be intact, not the skulls, but you know, if there's anyone with faces.
Yeah, there's like I said, there's strips and tendrils of flesh and not a whole hell of a lot on any of them, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, you guys think I should maybe use this scroll now and maybe see if we can figure out what happened to them, or maybe if they have any knowledge of a larger Knoll warband? I'm sure that the captain would really like to know what they know. Or we can trudge all this back to Oneford, and I really don't fancy walking down the path with with 2 bags of dead stuff, even if I'm not the one carrying it.
Can you cast that Speak with Dead spell on a skull?
Well, I mean, it's no, I can't, not yet. But I did, and I hold out the scroll. I do have a scroll that will allow me to cast it onto a dead. Well, let me see the exact wording of it, because
Above table. Can you cast it on a skull?
It must still have a mouth and cannot have been undead.
There you go.
So technically, all you need to cast Speak with Dead is a head with an intact jaw, which all of these have.
I kind of and I open up the jaw. And is there a tongue? Okay, there's a tongue. They didn't eat the tongue.
I don't know if that's worse or better. Should we do it here or wait?
That's kind of what I'm asking. We still have to. I don't want to let the farmer down with dealing with those wasps of unusual size, but also I think we probably need to get Pergolor back to at least the camp at the farmer's residence to rest up and get rid of those bug bites he has.
Yeah, y'all got to drag his sleepy ass back.
Yeah, let's go get some rest, and then talk to the skull, and
Farm
tomorrow
map is up
we'll
again.
figure out bringing the skulls back to town and the wasps of an unusual size.
Okay.
So it will take you probably move if you head back immediately, because honestly, you know how D&D time works. It may have been 6 hours of us playing, but that was like 8 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, including all of the looting, right? So,
That's why
but that will put you guys back to the Storm Farmstead well after dark.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to, because you guys arrived here, I think mid-afternoon. It was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So you guys would get back to the.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Jim. It was dusk when we arrived.
It was dusk when we got here. That's correct. So, 4 or 5. My apologies. So yeah, that is one thing you kind of take note of. You guys want to make your travel cross country through the darkness with the light impairments that you have. You want to go ahead and set up a camp here. It's up to y'all. Just keep in mind that it would be about 1 a.m. by the time we get back to the farm. Not to be all end all, other than the fact that like 6 hours of that marching is in the dark.
Well, we have torches. We can light one of those to kind of light the way. Plus, I have the light spell. I'm just saying it's possible.
Cleric, we are not spending the night out here, mofo's. Is
No.
basically what I hear your cleric say.
There's a
Yeah.
cave of dead shit back there, and who knows how many more of those dogmen are out there. I don't want to be here.
So, I don't really have the hands to hold a torch, but a torch would be appreciated. I've got one in
New
my
share
pack
up for
if
the
someone wants
region
to
maps
grab
right
it.
now.
Okay, I got an idea. And I'm going to light a torch. I'm going to hand it to Suchek, and you hang on to this, please. And then I'm going to cast light onto Anya.
Okay.
Rylan, you can see, I can see them, Maristella can see them. We can all we'll follow the light. You guys keep a lookout.
Now y'all can get pissed off at Mac for bailing on us last second. So,
Yeah.
but that's good. Yeah, I need 2 people are going to be occupied with carrying his heavy ass and all of his junk the rest of the way back to the camp. Or to the farmstead, correct. My apologies. So just to keep things moving along, we only got a half hour left or so.
Yeah.
I do believe in random encounters. The world is filled of shit. Sometimes it's out wandering at the worst possible moment. So can who didn't get to roll much so far out of y'all? Rylan, roll me a d12. If you roll a 1, fun things happen. Roll a 1 for funds.
Oh, thank God.
So opposite of 1 for fun. Okay.
He doesn't like to have fun.
No fun for you.
I should have remembered because he's been dropping 10 and 11 and 12 on my ass with Told the Dead all night.
I
should have
know.
one of y'all roll that shit. Damn. But he was due. He was due for a 1, man. Homie's dropped 11 and 12 all night.
There's no rhythm to his rolling. It's either on and then it's off for like 3 sessions.
Okay. Well, I'll remember that for not this session, but the next session. Rylan gonna be rolling every rando check. But a lot of things that go creak and bump in the night, probably every bit, if not more so, frightened of you than you are of it, despite the sounds of the brush, the shrubs, ruffling and shuffling off to one side, snapping of twigs, shadows flittering overhead. Everything seems a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more scary. Everyone's on edge, especially walking up the frickin' back up out of the small Ford Lake with bags of skulls and body parts and all of that shit.
Thinking on helping, I'm going to be
probably a
fanning.
vulture too. That's just kind of, not a raven. Just kind of go tree to tree to tree to tree.
I'm going to be fanning the smell of the dead bodies.
When there's a raven, top hat. Good.
Can we prestidigitation this bag so it doesn't smell as much?
I mean, I could. Yeah, I'll prestidigitation just around her to give her a better smell.
You hitting her with lavender every 6 seconds, huh?
He's
Kinda
just
trying to
It's like someone's
like
following you
Febreze
through the
in my
woods
face.
with a can of Febreze and shit.
Yeah.
Maristella walks up. She just drew a craft and a flower blossoms on the back of the bag. Just there you go.
Yeah, but
I
Nice,
Drew
a
Craft
nice
and
long,
Presto, you guys are able to.
a nice long purple sprig of lavender just materializes at the end of it.
I just kind of. Yeah, I mean, anything's better than nothing. Thank you. And as I sneeze from the most recent Febreze dust in my face.
Now it smells like dead bodies and shit, and
Let's say
lavender.
it smells like a slaughterhouse after cleaning, fabuloso and carrion.
That carrion ain't never going nowhere.
You've got that brief lavenderia smell. Anywho, but yeah, we can go to the town now. Nothing bad happened. Not the town, excuse me. Back over to the farm, and boop, reshared it. The group of you guys stumble in the wee hours. The farm locked down. A couple, you can see a lantern kind of burning where you guys had set your camp up the previous night before the first Nola ambush. The farmer kind of taking cue off of that and put a couple torches and a lantern, a couple torches, a small fire there to kind of make it look like there's a lot of people staying out there. Even though, yeah, let me show you guys. What the fuck, man? There's a huh.
They
So you guys
moved
kinda
into our
poke around in
spot.
that little area, and there's a yeah. So it took our spot. What the shit? You come in, Duke's up, ready to fuck it, and it's like,
This
oh,
is our
smart
camping
farmer.
spot. We paid for the whole weekend.
Are there any lights on in the farmhouse? Or they've gone to sleep?
They're likely asleep, or if there are, you can't see with their shutters.
Okay.
They got the shutters kind of closed in, and all that kind of how they were the last time that you guys came by,
Okay.
or when you guys were here. And they, as soon as you guys got set up, they kind of bunker down. They're like, well, if anything happens, it'll happen to the cows, and the cows start mooing enough. If there's just 1 or 2 moos, we let go. If there's 3 or 4 moos, we'll do something. There's 15 moos. We're going the other way, man.
Speaking of the cows, I'm going, as soon as everybody gets to the camp spot, I'm going to take the torch from Suchek and I'm going to walk around counting the cows. Checking out for the
All of the
Oreo
cows are
one.
here.
The Oreo cookie one's there?
The Oreo cow is there.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, cookies and cream. Yes, cookies and cream. Excuse me.
Cookies and cream. No, what are they? The Holsteins. What's
Yeah.
the belted something is the Oreo. I always forget what it's called. Belted something or another cow.
I'll tell you in just a second.
Man, believe me, it still trips me out. There's so many. It's just a fucking cow. How can there be like 18 breeds of cows? It's just cow, man. There are. So, yeah, at this point, I do need one more D12 roll before we push our long rest buttons. Who's on watch, or are we keeping a watch?
I'll keep watch.
All right, the halfling. Now, hold on a second. So, yeah, okay, we have the time for you to get your long rest. I was about to say it's pretty important that you get your long rest in, son, but we got time. Go for it. With you on watch, as I guess was I'm thinking. All right, so yes, the Tobrin and I'm just gonna say Suchek for convenience sake. Trade off
Belted
watch
Galloways.
I'm sorry?
Belted Galloways.
Belted Galloway, thank you. You're all like, fucking, what kind of cow?
Those things stick in my head, and I'll wake up at 3 in the morning. Yeah, and then I'm not dealing with that.
So, do I need to push your long rest buttons, or do you guys do that?
You go to the combat tracker, hit the menu button, and give us a long rest. There should be a rest option there.
Long rest has been applied. All right. Party taking a long rest. Cool. So, yes, we have Pergalore tucked in under the largest tree in kind of snuggle mode. Suchek leaves him leaning against the log where he remembers some strange apparition showing up, giving him really good alcohol. Thinks to himself, maybe if I leave the sleeping one as a sacrifice, I'll get more beer. Maybe not. He would never admit thinking that. So, and Maristella offers to go ahead and kind of stay here and tend to Pergalore in case anything were to happen as the next day rises. What's up, lady and gentlemen?
So as the sun rises and I come out of my trance, I'm like sitting there in front of Tobrin, excitedly waiting for him to wake up. So when he, hey,
Huh? What? Who?
I know we were kind of in it in the cave back there.
Yeah.
And you could see I'm really excited right now.
Uh-huh.
Can I look at the scroll? You can hold it. I just want to look at it.
Okay, what's the harm? And I will grab the scroll, I'll unfurl it, and I'll put it on the ground in front of me as I kind of rub the sleep out of my eyes and stretch and get myself moving.
While he's waking up, I'd like to ritual do identify. So I'll spend the 10 minutes plus action to identify it, so I know the magical essence within it. And even if I can't use it, I want to, after the ritual's done, I'd like to write down all the components I can take from this into my book. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use it, but it's magic, and I'm super excited about finding magic in a scroll because that's my thing.
You, including identify, you identify it as a scroll of raised dead, as it was advertised. Without comprehend languages, you are unable to decipher any of the linguistics because the spell is not on your spell class list in any way, shape, or form. So without any additional magical aid, you would be unable to even decipher it.
So after
Unfortunately.
I identify it, I'll ritual comprehend languages so I can read it.
So Cloud, I assume you're spending their 20 minutes of him going through all, or excuse me, Toberin, you're good with that?
If you'll allow me.
I'm starting to like tap my feet. Like, there's other things I need to do today. Are you? What are you? Why do you want this spell so bad? I mean, I could literally just read it to you.
I know, but it's magic, and it's like if I learn something, it helps me further. I don't know if I'll be able to use this ever, but
we're on a farm. You can
me
learn.
being a wizard.
Mhm.
You know, it's magic written down. Like this is my thing.
I'm gonna get breakfast ready, and if you're not done by the time breakfast hits the table, plates, that's all you get for the day. We have to.
That's fair.
I have to go and talk to dead. I have to prepare myself to talk to deadheads today, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, and I'm not happy. But yeah, do your thing. There's got to be some rashers and some eggs in here somewhere. It's a farm. I'm gonna go out and see if I can scrounge up some food. And I will leave the scroll on the floor in front of my bedroll, and I will go and kind of bebop around the farm to see if I can find the farmer to beg off some eggs and some bacon.
Okay. So you would learn what the spell does, but realizing very quickly that you do not have the divine connection or the access to the divine connection that may be involved in the regular casting of a Raise Dead spell. It's only effective on recently dead people out to about a 10-day. Even when you are brought back from the dead with this, you have to have all of your living body parts. If, for example, if some creature ate out your, cut you open and ate your insides, and you got raised dead, you'd still die because you have to have the intact organs for it to work on and on.
He's
and
alive.
on.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't breathe.
Scream with no lungs.
Can't feel my legs. That's because it ripped out your spine a second ago. We didn't think about that shit. And then even then, if the body is fully intact to the point where the spell will not restore any missing parts. If you are brought back to life without the parts that are necessary for you to actually be alive, the spell will also fail after you've cast it, not before.
Mm-hmm.
If you are able to return, the ordeal is very, very, very bad. You'll suffer a lot of negative effects as you come back in. And more importantly, that a lot of people seem to forget in the divine, or more the academic. The divine people are certainly very aware of it. The academics must be able and willing. Able applies to those that have pledged their souls in a pact with some otherworldly being. Upon your death, you are no longer technically able to be returned. Willing would be your paladin or your Zerker dwarf barbarian who died in the fucking throes of battling 100 hobgoblins, and he's up there partying his ass off. He may not be willing to come back.
Yeah, that's fair.
You cannot force someone to return with a Raise Dead spell. Ultimately, is what you discover.
And I'm
Their
just writing
souls
all
upon their
down.
upon their passing, their souls become that of either petitioners or proxies, and should they be able to, and their patron, their power, whatever they beholden to, allow them to, then they need to be willing to return as well.
So I'll take the time to write it all down, and just like super excited that I get to interact with a scroll this way. It's been a long time since I got to look at one, and I'm just so excited. You can actually see me like bouncing while I'm writing this stuff because I'm that excited.
Cool.
Just off to the side, kind of like doing like morning, just like sit up, like push ups, just kind of like warming up. And like I look over and I see literally him. He's probably just like vibrating, and I'm like, Rylan, you okay over there?
And I would turn to look at her. My eyes are huge. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. Hold on, let me just do this. I have to hurry. I'm just sitting there like nose down, just scrolling through. Like I gotta get this. I gotta get this.
I think this is the okay. You mean you do your thing? I think this is the most excited I've ever seen him, and I just gotta.
So as you guys are kind of getting your morning thing going on, you hear the Lucas's voice. Oh, good morning to you. You came back in one piece.
Well, yeah, we did. We did. Sorry for sneaking in so late.
Oh, no, that's okay. We heard you guys kind of moving around a little bit, and kind of looked through the thing and thought we were getting raided, and then saw y'all carrying a dude, and I recognized your shortness, and then saw the the lizard guy's tail flapping. It's like, okay, a short dude and a lizard guy, we know them people, so we just kind of let y'all do your thing.
I appreciate that. We've brought back a couple of soldiers that have passed in the Knoll encampment. So I'd appreciate you didn't like take a peek at our things. It's not that I think you would, but just warning you. There's some nastiness going on over there. I have to go and see if I can find anything out from these guys. But I was hoping before I lose my appetite at looking at deadheads, if you happen to have,
Well, I was just gonna bring out a kettle of sausage and gravy and some biscuits.
that would be amazing. And if you have any, could you bring some coffee?
Sure thing.
Oh man, that's amazing. Oh, and here, and I'm gonna hand him 10 copper, and I'm gonna like this. This is for the food for today, and I'll make sure to.
He waves it off. He's like, the man, you guys have come back around in a couple months once we get some of the yearlings sold off, and I'll be glad to repay you in real cash. But I can't take your money. You guys are doing us a really good favor for being out here.
Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for the food. We got the main Knoll encampment. We found a cave with about 7 or 8 of them in there, and a couple of the bigger ones seem to be in charge. We took care of them, and we got one guy that's sick, but it's just bug bites. He's not contagious or anything. So that threat, at least for the time being, is it's non-existent. So we might take a day to rest up and then go and see about your wasp problem afterwards, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Take your time. You guys chase them dog hyena fellers off, and it looks like you found out. Yeah, take whatever time you guys need.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to the food. If you have any of it, I'll just take it myself, or you need to come bring it over. That's a lot of. Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of other things to do besides taking care of us.
No, I'll just give me about 5 minutes, and we'll have it on out to you.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem.
Thank you.
Happy to help. So we have Jorna and Lucas and their farmhand Holman come out and give you guys breakfast, biscuits and some smoked sausage, some crumbled sausage, and kind of a cream sawmill gravy type thing, and a big old pot of coffee. I know I'm getting hungry, man. I hate making myself hungry. It's 11:45 at night.
Biscuits and gravy over here. My stomach's like, oh.
I'm gonna have to go do me a Totino party time pizza after this.
Hell yeah.
I'll do 2 of them on a sandwich and make them a stromboli.
So I'm gonna walk over to the party and be like, well, the farmer's bringing out some food, and we're gonna eat here. Are you done with that yet? The scroll? Can I put it back?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hand it back to him.
I'm gonna roll it up, put it back in the scroll case, and kind of peek at his notes. Okay. I don't understand what that's supposed to do, but I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And I'm gonna sit there and just close my eyes and just mentally prepare myself for the grossness I'm gonna have to look at in a couple minutes.
Okay. Any other requests? Anything else before you guys dump a bag of heads on the ground and try to figure out of the 14 heads which one you want to have a conversation with? Or are you just gonna reach in and whichever one you grab, like a bowling ball, is the one you're gonna start with?
No, I'm gonna look at all of them.
Well, while we're eating, I'll just kind of on the docket today, we've got to talk to a dead skull.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do we want to look into the wasps today, or do we want to head back to the main town, give the information that we have, and then come back? I mean, I guess we're already out here.
Well,
so why would we go back?
Yeah, we're gonna look at the wasp, but we have to make sure pergolars. Oh, they fly, and you can't fly, and Suchek can't fly, and I mean, Rylan can hit things from far away, but it'd be nice to have another person who could hit things from the ground that are up in the air. So I think we should maybe wait until pergolars better. Maybe some calamine lotion, or some kind of I wonder if that ointment would work on him. Probably not.
Think about putting something smelly under his nose. Sometimes that wakes people up really quickly.
No, that
Like
only helps if you have a
strong
cold.
smell.
You put it in the bottoms of your feet.
The bottom of your feet. I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's an old halfling remedy. Only a couple of families do it. They say it's witchcraft, but it actually works really well. You smear this goo on the bottom of your feet, smells like eucalyptus, and then we wake up in the morning and you can breathe. I don't know why it works, but it does.
Realizing that a halfling's feet is probably about 20% of their surface skin area, there might be something to it.
Kind of, more you know.
Exactly.
As I was the temple surrounded by just clerics and paladins, and so they just use magic to heal all those sorts of remedies and
Big
situations.
on.
They just touch you, and then all the disease and everything like that is gone. I mean, I studied around them for years, but I never really understood the whole magic side of it.
That's okay. I don't really
I
understand the fisty side of things.
See, we balance each other out.
I'm gonna
So-
very, very quietly wait for breakfast, and then when the farmer arrives, I'm gonna kind of back to back with Suchek, and I'm gonna talk to him, not looking at him while he eats, and go, "Thank you for being in the front yesterday and taking so many of those hits. I'm glad you're okay."
Gracias. You do well in combat. You shall travel with me further.
Yes, I shall. Oh God! And I turn and look, and I just really quick turn back as the gravy's like going down his face. I'm like, so what do you think of cooked food?
It is unpleasant.
Well, this is how I prefer to eat my food.
It's disadvantage for saying biscuits and gravy's unpleasant. Hell, dude. Real life affront to God.
Even Suchek would find biscuits and gravy good.
Yeah, come on, man. I just think
You dip
I
your
think
dead
that's like
chickens
that
in the
when
gravy.
when you watch them British kids eat Popeyes the first time,
Yeah.
I think it's that kind of thing. Spices didn't exist to them. Gravy didn't exist to you. And it's like, ooh, this is better than just blood sauce, man. This is like meat juice sauce, even better.
How do you boil
not
meat to make it taste
interesting.
that way? You don't boil it. Okay, setting down my plate. I'm going to as soon as everybody's done, I'm going to kind of amass the cutlery and the utensils and get them into a pile and get ready to bring them back to the farmer after I'm done with what I'm doing. And all right, Anya, bring out the bag.
I'll get out the best looking ones so you don't have to look.
No, just
in
dump
the
them
whole
all
bag.
out. Just dump them all out. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna start taking off my robe
Oh.
and just be there in my breechers and my white undershirt.
Alrighty, and I'll just go in front of him where he's sitting and just turn the bag upside down and just.
Sound like coconuts. Oh, that's so Bob. I can't even keep a straight face being gross with this. I'm sorry. Thump, 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 thump. The hollow clunking sound of a dozen skulls kind of being dumped out of one bag and 3 or 4 more being dumped out of another bag, 14 of them. I'm assuming you did that, or did you go one by one and kind of set them off?
No, I just kind of like I.
That's
like,
what I figured. It's unpleasant. We just gotta.
Just gotta rip it off. It's a band-aid, bro. Just.
Yep.
Just
And-
kind of picking out, looking through, find the freshest one.
I'm gonna be.
Now, every single 3 of the skulls have pretty severe, like crack of the back of the skull missing, massive head trauma damage. Most every single skull, unfortunately, as you shudder as you think about it, has major rips and divots into the bone along where the face is, kind of almost like the Knoll's first bite, which just comes straight in on the face and rip it off, and then other things are done from there. But yeah, you find the freshest of the skulls. They all kind of look like they've been kind of chewed on, but none of them shattered, and all of them mostly, intact, at least with the jaw, some tooth missing here and there. So you pick the most intact, not chewed on the worst.
It's
Yes,
it's this
sure.
really weird like L graph of like least chewed on but least dead looking, like least decayed. You know, just
Yeah.
trying to find the and
Or like, could this one be the guard?
Where's the X,
no,
Y
no.
axis going to meet on this one, man?
Exactly.
We're looking at, we're like, could this one be one of the guards? I mean, he's kind of looks like I can't tell by this patch of skin hair left on the.
Are these
bad.
all?
It's just
Could I tell if they're all human?
Humanoid. There's, I mean, a human, a half elf, and a chunky elf. I think above the table, it would be a hell of a medicine check, or a pretty experienced person to be able to tell because it's not like the ears are still there to say, oh,
Right.
that's a knife ear.
Right.
I
I was kind of going for bone
maybe
density. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I would say someone well versed. It would be a pretty high level medicine check to be able to determine without features if the skulls would be any. I mean, a thick human could pass for a dwarf. A thin human could pass for an elf.
Fair
when
enough.
it's down to skull.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But
So,
humanoid, as far as worst case, half elven, more likely not a lot of humans and yeah.
so I would like to roll a medicine check, not to discern that, but merely to find the best skull that I feel is going to be closest to being one of the guards, so it's not dead very long, but also able to still converse and tell me what I need to know, having never cast the
Okay.
spell before.
Go for it.
Me.
Yeah, you take your best guess.
Okay.
You're avoiding the ones with the large head trauma. You're looking for a little bit more pinkish hues, maybe. Okay, sure. You pick one up.
I put it down in front of me and I just start staring at it. All right, before I cast this, we get a couple questions and reading the scroll, just a couple questions, and then that's all we get forever. And then I can't cast the spell again. So, what do you think we should ask? Like, obviously a name, maybe, I guess.
Definitely, and if it's one of the guards, then at least we get that confirmation. Maybe
What happened to you?
Yeah, when or how they went missing and what happened.
Okay.
I know that knows how, but like how as in maybe where.
Where happened? That's what I typed down.
Oh, where happened?
Mm-hmm.
Why do thing happen?
Why do thing
I
happened?
didn't think why dead.
Um,
Why dead?
Where captured? Might be a good one. We killed 7. Are there more that they would know of?
Yeah. How many gnolls did you see?
Mm-hmm. That's 4. We see. We get 5. We get 5.
Can I just take a side moment?
Yes.
Lex, I'm so proud of you. The person that gets the card for giving you questions all the time, you're coming up with a lot of them. So you just have to pretend that you don't have the card played. You can do this.
It's fair. It's
I'm gonna try to help you next time that happens, like I did last time. I'm sorry, you asking me a question? And hopefully you'll go, no, I'm telling you what I'm doing, damn it. There's damage.
questions.
Oh,
What
shit.
questions? We don't ask
No,
questions.
I'm trying to let you girls explain. I'm not trying to mansplain, I promise.
So their name, how they went, like what happened to them, how many gnolls they saw.
I got
The
it.
other two.
I got it. We got 5. Okay, good. And I'm gonna. Okay.
I have a question.
Oh wait, let me also state this now. When I cast this spell, we've decided the questions we're going to ask. Everyone else, please be quiet. Any question will be a question they will answer, which will be one question we don't get to ask. So before I cast the spell, yes, Suchek, what is your question?
I wish to know where the land of Top is.
Oh, we're going to go and find the haberdasher at the nearest town and that's where we're going to get the Hat of Top. I know where that is.
My question has been answered.
Oh. And I'm going to cast light on him. And then I'm going to start reading the scroll. Come mortis lingua mortu. Here, common. Rise and speak your truth.
Oh.
I hope you're not.
I hear sputtering out of one of the heads.
Can you? You need to speak louder. What was your name?
My name is Gerard.
Gerard, what happened to you?
My friends and I were patrolling from our home, and we pursued a pair of gnolls south from the road, but they led us into an ambush, and we were killed. Obviously. Because I can't see anything because my eyes are gone.
Oh, he's sassy.
What was the name of the place where you were captured?
Not really a specific name. Maybe 5 miles west of the Sorn farm, where we follow trails south.
We killed 7 gnolls. Did you see more than 7 before you died?
Maybe 15. No more than 20, but it was confusing.
Okay, I'm gonna crack my knuckles. Tell me your deepest.
Where is the heretics?
And I'm going to look at Suchek. And I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to hope that they didn't hear him and say, tell me your most important, deepest secret. So you have a choice of who you want to answer with that one.
You said there's more of them. I must know where.
Never learned how to count.
I was really hoping for like a combination to a safe or something.
And the hiss and a wisp leaves the skull as the jaw goes, nah.
Well,
You did not tell me where. Do it again.
I can't. And I show him the scroll, which is blank now. You know, it's gone. I can't cast this again.
Fine.
I'm going to roll it up and keep the Oh, Rylan, would you like the parchment?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
There you go. Maybe you could study the after
up,
effects of magic on a scroll.
Pick up a different skull. Do this one.
I can't cast the spell again, Suchek. I don't have the ability. The priestess at the town...
I do apologize. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The priestess at the town gave me the scroll so I could cast it, but this magic is gone now. But now we get to go and kill wasps, and then we can go play Find the Gnolls.
Just so before y'all remember, you killed 5 in that first encounter, and 8 or 9 here, so you already dropped most of them.
That's like 13, so maybe 2
Out
left.
of 15, maybe. Yeah, 2 or 4 left. I don't know that I would tear up the whole countryside looking for 4 gnolls, but if Suchek wants, Suchek gets.
I don't want to piss him off to
above
you.
the table. When it's time to level, we do that kind of in the off session, correct?
Yeah.
Because I wanted us to level 4 after the Gnoll Cave.
Yeah.
I want us to be level 4 before we go to the wasps of unusual size, as it were.
So yeah, that's how we do
Might be a
it.
good time right at midnight to
Yep.
go ahead and stop here, and our Fateful 2 will be back in a week, and we will all be level 4 and take the. Are you guys just leaving the skulls here? Or you can take the rest of them back to one.
I was going to say that I would cast Spare the Dying on each one of them and then put them.
You did. You had done that already.
Yeah, and then
you had done that.
and then put them back in the bag and maybe hang it from a very high. I'd ask Rylan to hang it from a very high limb on a tree while we go somewhere, so that the animals can't get at it, and then they just stay there till we go.
The farmer brings you a few more burlap sacks and kind of helps you
Do you
cut
want
it
me
into
to
strips
clean
to
them
wrap
up at all, or?
Yeah, you guys spend a little bit of time wrapping
Yeah.
the skulls and cleaning them up a little bit, giving them proper respect for what they are, both between a cleric and a druid amongst you, certainly, and obviously a scholarly wizard as well, as he's starting to understand. Yeah, so I think this is a good place to end.
It sounds good.
Cool.
So yes, we'll level up to 4 between now and next session, and we'll be back next week. Were you about to say something, Lex? Sorry.
I was gonna ask about the name. It said Gerald, right?
Gerard.
Yes, Gerard.
Oh, so that's not one of the guards really.
No.
We had
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah, it was.
You're supposed to be looking for Gerard
Oh,
Guard
I wrote
Gerard,
Gerald.
Guard Cleburne, and Alton the Scout.
Yeah.
I wrote Gerald. Okay, cool. Never mind.
So according to
yes,
Lex, it's the
this
same
was
name.
One of them. So this was one of the 3 guards. He did say that they ran into a pair of gnolls and chased them south along the road towards a lake, and then ran into a large ambush.
Yep.
So they identified 15, maybe 20 of the offending gnolls, but then he admitted that he couldn't count, so it could be who knows how many.
It's only 5. Is he,
He counts in Gully Dwarf.
I was going to say he's part Gully Dwarf. Just only 2. Definitely 2.
3, my lord.
But yeah, thank you, Jim, very much for the session.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you
Thanks
guys.
for playing,
You guys
guys.
did awesome. Thank you, Jim, so much.
Thank you, Mandy, for hosting.
Mandy.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are awesome, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, I can kill the music now.
Thank you, chat. Bye.
Okay.
Level 4.
Do you want us to
Level 4.
wait to level with you, or do you want us to do it ourselves?
I mean, I can't do anything. I'm going to be relying on Cloud to make the changes in Fantasy Grounds, so there's no need to rely on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just asking
You guys are
because-
experienced. Yeah, no, you guys, I appreciate you asking. You guys are experienced players. You know how to do it. Whatever you guys normally do when you level is what y'all need to do. I want there to be at least a greater restoration or lesser restoration before we get into what we're about to get into.
I got one of those.
Huh?
Lesser restoration. I have the spell.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you guys go ahead and do what we normally do, which is level your characters. If you have any questions on feats, I would ask Jim now, because not if you like, do you think it's a good idea, but like if there's feats you don't allow Jim, or if it has,
Oh yeah.
because like if somebody wants to be like magic initiate warlock, y'all can go fuck yourselves. But besides that,
I want to stick with what you respect what the table normally does. So just send me put it in the channel.
Mhm.
That way you don't have to send me direct messages. Just put it in the Greyhawk channel. Let me know what feat you want to take, and if there's any problem, I'll say there's a problem. If not, the stuff that's Legacy 2014 official content, knock yourselves out. If there's something that's up for debate, we can discuss it directly.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, outside of I don't see any problems. I think most of you guys will likely go API, and that's just to make sure that your numbers be where they be. But
Yep.
it's your character, man. Do what you're gonna do.
I think Suchek could use a level in Artificer.
What?
Okay.
You got to make eggs for all of us, or what?
And they'll explode.